Hello boys, how are you today? It's me again, Mr. Francisco. As you can see, we have some animated GIFs and we have a new name because we're starting a new unit. We are starting unit number 4, and this unit we're going to study changes in the environment. We're going to study slow changes, rapid changes, good changes, and bad changes in the environment, okay? Now, let's start with our lesson. First, what are some slow environmental changes? So as I mentioned, some are rapid, some are fast, and some are slow. We're going to start with the slow ones, okay? So we call them slow environmental changes because the consequences of these changes take a lot of time to see, okay? They're not immediate, okay? They don't happen from one day to another or 1 month to another. It takes many, many years to see the consequences of the actions of men that led to these changes, okay? So, slow environmental changes consequences can only be seen after a long period of time. That is why we call them slow environmental changes. And some examples are soil erosion, global warming, weathering, and depletion of the ozone layers. Okay, these are some slow environmental changes that we will study today. Let's start. First, we're going to see the causes of slow environmental changes. Okay, so men do some things that cause slow environmental changes. Men's actions cause these slow environmental changes. Okay, so the actions of men have led to changes in the environment. However, they happen so slowly that we are not aware of the effect on the environment. We cannot see the effects immediately. It takes years. That is why we are not aware. We don't see them. But they are caused by actions of men. Okay? What are the actions of men that cause these slow environmental changes? Let's see. We have two. Deforestation, that is clearing forest by cutting or burning trees, and we also have burning fuels. You know fuels, we studied that last unit. So you know that when we burn fuels, carbon dioxide and other gases are released into the air. Okay, so releasing carbon dioxide into the air by burning fuel and cutting trees via the deforestation are two actions of men that cause slow environmental changes. Let's see some images to explain. Here you can see images of deforestation. As you can see, they cut many trees, okay? Deforestation, they are eliminating the forests. And here you can see burning fuels, right? Some factories, some power plants are using fuels and they are releasing carbon dioxide and other harmful gases into the air. And also when you use your car, when you use your vehicle, you are also releasing carbon dioxide and other harmful gases into the air, okay? Let's see now some slow environmental changes. Deforestation is going to lead to soil erosion, causes soil erosion. What is soil erosion? So when you cut the tree that has roots under the soil, you are going to lose those roots because the tree is going to die. So the roots are holding the soil together. But when you lose the roots, nothing is holding the soil. So the soil gets like loose and it leaves the soil exposed to wind and rain. And the wind and the rain are going to erode the soil. Okay, so as it says here, when the plants are removed, the soil is exposed to wind and rain, which erodes it. Okay, look at this soil erosion. So the wind is going to erode the soil. The soil is exposed, wind is blowing, and the small particles of the wind start to hit each other. And they start becoming smaller and smaller and smaller. And in the end, the wind blows and takes the particles away. Okay? So it affects the quality of the soil. And finally, the water does the same. When the rainfall falls, okay, this rain is going to make the particles smaller and in the end is going to wash out all of the particles down the soil, and the soil is going to lose its quality. Okay, so soil erosion occurs because of deforestation and occurs because the soil gets exposed to wind and to water. Let's continue. Now, if you add up deforestation plus burning fuels, you're going to get global warming. When you have deforestation, we are eliminating trees from the earth. Remember that trees take in carbon dioxide and give out oxygen. So if we lose trees, we're going to increase the amount of carbon dioxide. And when you are burning fuels, you are also going to increase the amount of carbon dioxide. So if you have more carbon dioxide, that is going to cause global warming. You are going to increase the amount of carbon dioxide, and the carbon dioxide is going to trap the heat in the air, okay? It's not going to allow the heat to go out of the earth. It's going to keep the heat in the air. And that is going to rise the temperature on the earth. So if you look at this image, we also call it greenhouse effect. So if you look at this image, you're going to see that instead of the heat going out, look, instead of heat going out, here, the heat is trapped because CO2, carbon dioxide, and other gases in the atmosphere trap the heat and they warm the earth, and that causes an increase in the temperature on the earth, okay? So that is global warming caused by deforestation and burning fuels. And finally, burning fuels causes weathering due to acid rain. What is this? So when you burn fuels, you have carbon dioxide and other chemicals are released into the air. When they are released into the air, they will get together, they will mix with the water from the clouds, and those chemicals are going to dissolve into the water. And when the water comes down in the via of rain, in the form of rain, is going to be what we call acid rain. And the acid in the water is going to be very harmful to the trees, to the soil, but especially to stones, rocks, and minerals, okay? So as it says here, these chemicals dissolve in rainwater to form acids or acid rain, which cause stones, rocks, and minerals to break down slowly. I'm going to explain this now. So, you have these gases, these acidic gases are released into the atmosphere. These gases are carried upwards by the wind. They are going to combine with water droplets to form acids, and they are going to form acid rain. And then the rain is going to come down, so you're going to have acid falling from the sky. This acid rain destroys plants. It pollutes the water sources and also pollutes the soil. And finally, it erodes buildings. It weathers buildings. So if you look at these images, you can see that these statues and this building here is being eroded, is being weathered, okay? Because all of these holes and black things that you can see like dirty is because of the acid falling down in the form of rain, okay? So it's also very harmful. So weathering is caused by acid rain caused by burning fuels. And finally, the depletion of the ozone layer, okay? The ozone layer, as it says here, is a thin layer of gas in the atmosphere that protect us from the ultraviolet rays from the sun, okay? This layer is becoming thinner every time because of the gases called chlorofluorocarbons, or CFCs. These CFCs are present because we use air conditioners, refrigerators, or aerosol sprays, okay? They release CFCs that go into the atmosphere and they deplete, they make the ozone layer smaller. Here is a picture to explain. You can see this green circle is the ozone layer protecting us from the ultraviolet rays. But in that red part, when there is a hole, the ultraviolet rays goes through the ozone layer and they go right into the earth, and they are very harmful for our skin especially in the summer, you have to use a lot of sun lotion to protect you from the sun because of the depletion of the ozone layer. Okay, we're losing the protection of the ultraviolet rays because of the CFCs. Okay, boys, so that was it for today. Remember, slow environmental changes are caused by men. The actions of men have consequences that take a lot of time to be seen. What actions of men? Deforestation, burning fuels. Deforestation, cutting the trees, causes soil erosion. Burning fuels causes acid rain that causes weathering. And deforestation plus burning fuel causes global warming, okay? Increase in the in the temperature on the earth. And finally, depletion of the ozone layer. When we use the CFCs, the chlorofluorocarbons, they make the ozone layer thinner and they take out the protection of the ultraviolet rays. So the ultraviolet rays go straight into the earth and they are very, very harmful. That was for today. Now is your time to work. First, you're going to check the Google Drive for this lesson's activity. There is a worksheet that you need to do. Remember, it's not necessary to print anything. If you want, you can do it, but it's not necessary. You can use your copybook or another piece of paper. You have to take a picture and send it to me. But this time, you're not going to take a picture of the worksheet because the answers for the worksheet are there. In the parent's guide are the answers of the worksheet, so you can check on your own. What you're going to do is that you have to do a project. You have to do a poster to raise awareness about global warming. So you're going to take a picture of the poster and you're going to send it to me or Mr. Nestor Medina or Mr. Jose Tesa, your science teacher, and you're going to send him the picture so he can give you feedback about your poster. That I'm very sure your poster is going to be great, okay? Finally, if you have any questions, remember that you can ask them in the Zoom meetings in the morning or maybe in the Tutoría Académica of every week with your bilingual teacher. And finally, remember to have fun, okay? Have fun doing your poster, have fun doing your worksheet, okay? Okay, that was it for today. But now, ahora que no hay nadie mirando, les voy a hacer un resumen cortito de la clase en español, pero no le cuenten a nadie. Estamos viendo cambios en el medio ambiente que ocurren de forma lenta. Ocurren lento porque las acciones del hombre que los generan tienen consecuencias que tardan mucho tiempo en verse. ¿Cuáles son esas acciones del hombre? La deforestación, es decir, cortar los bosques, y el uso de combustibles fósiles. Genera eso mucho dióxido de carbono que es soltado, ¿cierto? Que se va al aire y se mantiene ahí. Entonces, la deforestación causa la erosión del suelo. Cortan los árboles, las raíces de los árboles ya no afirman el suelo y dejan el suelo expuesto al aire y al agua, que erosiona el suelo, lo daña, hace que las partículas se choquen, se rompan, se las lleve el viento o que bien el agua las rompe y finalmente haga que bajen, ¿cierto?, de las montañas y dejen el suelo expuesto y es un suelo que ya no se puede usar, ya no se puede plantar, lo daña para siempre. El uso de combustibles fósiles, además, como genera muchos químicos que se van en el aire, suben, se mezclan con las nubes de la atmósfera, se mezclan con el agua, se disuelven en el agua y cuando la lluvia cae es lo que llamamos lluvia ácida, que daña el agua, daña el suelo y sobre todo daña a las piedras, las rocas y los minerales, ¿ya? Daña las fotos de las estatuas que viste, están todas dañadas por la lluvia ácida. Como que lo corroe, lo erosiona también. Y finalmente se justa la deforestación, es decir, perder plantas que nos permiten tener más oxígeno, eso genera más dióxido de carbono, más el uso de combustibles fósiles que también genera dióxido de carbono, hace que haya mucho dióxido de carbono en la atmósfera. El dióxido de carbono atrapa el calor, no permite que el calor salga, y entonces ese calor atrapado por el dióxido de carbono genera que la temperatura de la Tierra aumente. Y eso es lo que llamamos calentamiento global. Esas son las acciones del hombre que causan cambios lentos en el medio ambiente. Y finalmente la degradación de la capa de ozono ocurre por el uso de sobre todo estos sprays que tienen los chlorofluorocarbons, los CFC, que eso daña, hace que la capa de ozono cada vez sea más delgada y por lo tanto no nos proteja de los rayos ultravioleta y genera lo que se conoce como el hoyo de la capa de ozono o el agujero de la capa de ozono, ¿ok? Ese hoyo o ese agujero de la capa de ozono no nos protege de los rayos ultravioleta y genera que los rayos ultravioleta del sol pasen directo a la Tierra y nos dañen sobre todo en la piel. Ya niños, no le cuenten a nadie el resumen en español. Shh, it's our secret, nuestro secreto. Nos vemos la otra semana. Bye bye.